Hey yo yo. Yo, check it. This my special attack, 100 swords, 100 episodes, and here's to 100 more. Who got next? Place your change on the cabinet. Air Combo University graduates juggle my enemies before tagging in the Masters hero. Pros in action, toe tagging champions getting active. The message will always get near you. Return to the dream team, Spider-Man and Strider hear you. When the mask is on, I can't promise Cyclops to keep his glasses on. The handshake was potent. The inner glow shown as a mega optic blast trailer behind the Shinku Hadouken. How you gon' dodge both of them? Blast you down to the last atom. Best regards from the proton cannon you couldn't fathom. If you were raised on gaming and put a controller up, I'm old enough to study the meta before I bless you. We understood space in the dash clean. Now we need the Justin Wong poster right next to the pro athletes. Final justice like a primary lotus from out the sky. Stars and stripes reminding you racism is still alive. Bring a plasma sword to a gunfight. Hayato, bring a hurricane kick. Tatsumaki Senpaku. One time for all my tacos who played the console to their eyes closing. Probably forgot to study for their finals. Welcome to the SwordCast. SwordCast, my wordplay, my swordplay when blades clash. Oh, welcome to the SwordCast. SwordCast, my wordplay, my swordplay when blades clash. Oh, welcome to the SwordCast. SwordCast, my wordplay, my swordplay when blades clash. Let me take you.
Shit, I know how to say rap stuff. In there, swimwear, dragon's lair, muted snare.
Nose hair. In there like a nose hair.
Nose hairs do be in there. Especially
So
when you got my genes and my dad's nose hair tendency. At least I don't have ear hair yet. That's crazy.
That sounds kind of scary, actually.
I ain't trying to get no ear hair till I'm like 70.
Till I'm 85.
Ear hair is insane. What do you mean ear hair? That's where sound goes.
Hair.
Not hair.
Oh, man. Sheesh, we're back.
What a way to start the pod.
Talking about dragon's lairs and muted snares and nose hairs and
Ears hairs.
We back. Episode 186. It's been a while. So much going on. So much has happened. Shout out to the Discord, man. The Discord community, just always active, always fun, always patiently waiting for new episodes. If you want to be in the Discord, man, and you're not, just shoot me a DM on one of my socials. Instagram can be a little difficult. My Instagram DM is a little crazy, but if I don't see it, just comment on a post or something, and I'll see that, and then I can we could take it from there. But yeah, if you want to be in the Discord, man, just comment, shoot me a message, and we'll get you in there.
Just say something.
We back. It's been a minute.
Yeah.
I believe this is episode 186. I believe.
Sure, if you say so. I don't know.
A lot has happened. What are you into currently, my friend? Right now.
Well,
so much has happened.
I don't know. It's been a lot. It's always basketball. Been hooping really consistently. Been losing weight.
Hey.
I'm losing muscle mass though. They don't tell you that happens when you lose a lot of weight. So I got to start lifting weights. I don't love lifting weights, but I got to start lifting weights.
I'm a calisthenic body weight workout guy. I'm not a big fan.
I don't love that either. But got to do something because
hilarious.
One of my claims to fame is the only thing that came from gaining weight is that I got stronger than a motherfucker. And learning how to use that as a basketball player is what you need in order to become. You need to learn how to utilize unk strength as you get older.
Unk strength.
Yeah. It's also amazing what confidence will do for you, bro. Like, I've been playing way more consistently, lost weight, feel quicker, feel stronger, feel just generally better. Got my ball handling confidence back to some extent. I was telling Noveliss off mic that one of my real basketball homies came through. Like, this is a guy who's like, oh yeah, no, I played in high school and then I played a couple years at JUCO. Like, nah. This nigga is a real basketball player. Like, he went to U of D. A cat named Aaron Simpson went to U of D. Then he went to Northwood, and like had a legitimate tryout for the Cleveland basketball Cavaliers. Like
that's crazy.
He's a serious basketball guy. And the last time we like really kicked it, I was like 25, 40 pounds lighter, and was like really in my basketball peak. And he just so happened to walk in the gym like midway through the game. I'm like, oh shit, what's up, bro? I ain't seen you in a minute. Then I realized, wait.
Last time he saw me, I was a machine.
I was cold. I can't let him see me out here weak. Like, oh man, this nigga got fat. He trash now. Cause I mean, that guy was way better than me, but like I played on the same courts as him, and like I was like I belonged. You know what I'm saying? Like he was clearly one of the better players out there, but like I wasn't like the random dude to be fucking up the run. Like, no, I was, these are basketball players that played at a high level, and so did I, and I was in there.
It's crazy to be so bad that you messed the run up.
Oh, you know that there's always that guy that
because it throws the balance of the game off. You just create a mismatch on the other team.
Yeah.
And then you're
So I was not that. I've never been possible. That guy at any point. At any point in my life, I've never been that guy. But when I used to play with this guy, like we played, there was a run in Southfield, and we used to go to 150. They rented out like the church.
Bro, I played my homie. Not to cut you off, my homie Lorenzo that I played with in college.
Dog, I was trying to think of his name.
Zoe
McClellan. Lorenzo McClellan went to Oak Park.
Yeah,
that's our guy. Yeah,
and that's where I've gone to some Oak Park runs with some of those, and we played up to 150.
They keep the shot clock and everything. Yeah,
they used to do that up
there. Those guys, it was like college players. Like if you didn't play in college, it was like. Maybe you shouldn't. Might be a little intense for you, bud.
Might be a little much.
Yeah. Anyways, I used to play with him up there. So anyways, he comes in the gym and he hasn't seen me in like over a decade. And he happened to come in during a stoppage of play, so I got a chance to dap him up, whatever. And then I was like, fuck. I'm not the same player I was last time he saw me play.
That's funny.
But then, bro, like the confidence is crazy. I was like, wait a minute. This nigga, Aaron, know that I can hoop. Let me turn this shit on, nigga. I tightened up the screws on the kneecaps, and WD-40 on the Achilles tendon. Typed in a new coordinate code for the handles. Tighten the screws on the elbow for the jump shot release. And I started bringing that bitch up, nigga. Hey, hold on, hey, I got it. Let me see that. Throw it this way. Let me touch it right quick. Nigga, bring that bitch up. Fucking. Do it, the confident dribble where you kind of like trot and you kind of throw it. You know what I'm saying?
Throw it in front.
Yeah, doing some of that, kind of getting niggas together. Hey, one side. Hey, get out of here, Chuck. Move.
Directing traffic.
Nigga pulling up. And I started cooking, bro. I hit like 6 threes, dog. Confidence. Like absolutely going crazy. I did get so I tried to do because I had to go till I had like a work thing. And this would have embarrassed me had I not been playing really, really well. I was playing well. Like I missed a couple threes, but I literally went like 6 for 10, like from 3 in that game.
Fire.
I don't think anybody else scored. Like I had all of our points. But I did I was doing this partly to be cool, but also like I did need to know what time it was because I needed to leave. So I asked him, yo, Aaron, what time is it right quick? Like while the game was going. And then he went to get his phone and I dribbled past him and asked him, I had a little casual conversation like the game was not a big deal. And then I dribbled past him and I tried to set up like a Tim Hardaway like
tween cross
and instantly got stripped. I was like, shit. Now I look like a fucking asshole. Because I mean, if you know it's coming, it's not an easy move to guard, but like if you can anticipate it, you can do that. You know that little back tap shit.
Yeah. Somebody.
I can't. I've always. Well, I mean, I eventually figured it out, but that was an Achilles heel of mine.
The back still
forgetting to
switch hands.
Immediately.
You go by somebody.
Because somebody always back tap.
Yeah,
that shit.
I teach that to my kids.
Yeah, that was an Achilles heel for me for sure.
That's the most annoying still when you blow past somebody and they just poke it from behind.
Fucking can't stand that. Because I low key won. Like you cheated. Right. Man. I was already past you, and then you just did some bullshit at the end. Like I crushed you over, bro. Like you out of the play. And then you gonna come and fucking move out the way, bro. So, anyways, had I had been not scoring, I would have been embarrassed, and I'd been like, "Oh shit, he probably thinks I'm trash."
I'm weak now.
But no, I wasn't tripping. We still won. I still scored infinity buckets, and it was all good.
Cooking. That's
man.
Dope. Man,
that's what I've been into, hooping.
I've been into. You guys know I've been watching a lot of movies, been into a lot of film. I had like a big resurgence of Pokemon, just with the new game getting announced, kind of going back. I've been playing some of the older games again and just watching the show, which is like my comfort anime for sure. Love Pokemon. Watching that. I watched I'm always interested to watch these films now that are winning Best Picture, because not necessarily because I'm interested in the film itself, but more so because I'm always feeling I'm always coming from a point of, why don't the movies I really like win this? Like, what makes these other films worthy of this? These awards and not the ones that I like. I watched Anora, which was that movie that won Best Picture this year. I thought it was mid.
Yeah.
Then I watched Parasite, which was a Bong Joon-ho joint from what was that, 2019 or something?
Yeah, I think it was maybe before that, like 2018. It was before COVID for sure.
This movie, now that film blew me away.
Yeah,
that is a great film. Weird, very good. But yeah, man, I've just been, I finally got the Bruce Lee Criterion Collection, which has, we had talked about this on the pod like probably 2 years ago, man, about the Game of Death Redux, right? There's a version of Game of Death that Criterion did where someone took, so if you're not familiar, Game of Death is the Bruce Lee film with the legendary yellow tracksuit, but it is also the film that he didn't finish and he only shot the fight scenes. So when the movie came out, they tried to literally fake you with another actor. It's a train. It's horrible.
It's really bad.
But the concept of Game of Death is so cool. So Criterion has this Redux version of it where it's literally just a short film of the fight scenes that Bruce fought, and it's just cut into a short film, and it is amazing, bro, with the soundtrack on it too, and the score. And these are some of the best scenes that Bruce ever did. And Enter the Dragon's my favorite movie, but I think if this gets done, this is his magnum opus.
Because it was gonna have Enter the Dragon stands out because it had a Hollywood budget, and this was gonna have a similar budget to Enter the Dragon.
And Game of Death is, but this Redux version of it is so good. The nunchuck fight against Danny DeSanto is it's so good.
Shout out to him putting his mans on too.
That's his guy.
That's his. That's really the guy who took over the Jeet Kune Do legacy.
Yeah, and Danny DeSanto's daughter is, if I'm not mistaken, is Morgan Elsbeth from Ahsoka, right?
She's somebody. That sounds about right. She is somebody.
I think that's her. You should look it up, but I'm pretty sure her character, was Danny DeSanto's daughter, which is crazy. So Bruce Lee's her godfather. But yeah, the Game of Death Redux, crazy. The nunchuck fight, the fight with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, man, on the top floor is amazing. The second fight is really good too with the karate guy. I think he was a Hapkido guy. I'm not sure, but it's just amazing, man. And then we kind of talked a couple weeks ago about how Bruce just had this deep concept of each floor represents, a period in his life where he had to get over something in his martial arts world, and it's really dope, man. And the short version of it is really one of the best Bruce Lee things out there. It's impossible to find. I think you can only see it if you have that collection, but it's amazing, and I love it.
It all comes to a head with the last floor, which is almost like it's like a bizarro mirror match because you know, every other floor he was reading and he was able to adjust based on style because Bruce Lee's whole point was martial arts is being limited by this attachment that y'all have to tradition and style. It really kind of predates a lot of the MMA stuff. I mean, really, Bruce Lee.
We say all the time
that
if Bruce
ideology started all of that.
Yeah, if he would have created UFC for sure.
For sure.
I mean, if you watch Enter the Dragon, the first scene in the film is literally an MMA fight where he finishes it with a submission.
Yep.
He's even doing groundwork in this movie, in the Game of Death fights. It's crazy that Bruce was really ahead of his time, for sure.
And then the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar fart.
The Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Do I have a fart sound?
No, we need
That's hilarious.
The Kareem Abdul-Jabbar fart.
It's like a triple entendre. Yeah, we gotta let that one ride for a second. It's gonna sit with me for a minute. You know what I'm saying?
The Kareem Abdul-Jabbar fart.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. You know what I'm saying?
We need a fart noise on the soundboard.
Yeah, we gotta get one. Anyways, now that we've farted,
child.
It's a triple entendre because one, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in real life was his student, and like he was like super. Shout out to Bruce Lee being super fascinated with like black athletes. Like he was absolutely enamored with Muhammad Ali. Like we talk about this all the time. The whole Jeet Kune Do footwork was straight up
rooted in.
Not even rooted. He straight up stole it
take
from Muhammad Ali. Like straight up, like the shuffle footwork. Like he got that from Ali. Full stop. And he was like, bro, like shout out to Bruce Lee for being humble and cocky at the same time. He was like, somebody asked him, could he beat Muhammad Ali? He was like, nigga, do you see how big this man is? He'll beat my ass. He said it in the Bruce Lee verse. Bruce Lee, he was basically like, nah, man, he's like, he would kill me. He's way too big. But then in the next breath, he's like, but I am training to fight. The reason why I stole his footwork is because I'm training to fight him one day. I would love to fight him. Like, he's like real life Goku, bro.
Yeah, Bruce was a maniac.
And so the character in the Game of Death was blind, which was such a fire like
bro.
reveal.
And then he's the Mantis. That's his name. And then there's a part where his glasses come off and he has the weird eyes. Telling you, man, Bruce was cooking.
And he had no style. That's the reason why like that's the most damage Bruce ever took in a fight. He was getting his ass kicked,
bro.
Like,
that footprint that was on his chest.
He kicked the soul out of Bruce Lee, bro.
And shout out to Kareem. He was moving.
Bro, like that was him and like his prime athleticism.
Yeah.
Like imagine a 7-foot martial artist with like legit Jeet Kune Do tech
and quickness. Nah.
Like you're not fucking with him.
Nah.
And so that was like the whole idea is that here's this physical freak of nature athlete who also has no style. Like how do I beat him? And really he kind of couldn't until the thing that happens in the movie happens. So great movie, bro. Loved it.
Super dope. Love it. One of my favorites. Speaking of films, man, a couple weeks ago, I went out to New York for the Year of the Rat premiere, which is the film that I was a part of, and it was pretty crazy, man. Experience. Went out to New York. Shout out to Cyrus Alexander, is the director, man. It's my guy, great producer as well. And the film debuted with. It was a double feature with The Last Dragon, which was a classic 80s movie that's celebrating its anniversary as well.
Nice.
And it was dope, man. It was packed. It was sold out. I was surprised. The film got good reception. I was nervous. I told Sekji, I was like, I guess they're going to see if I'm a wooden Indian chief.
Bro, hold on, nigga. How firmly fused on was your ass?
You know what?
How bolted on was that motherfucker?
I actually did a lot better than I thought, and I think it's the character is really very similar to me, so I feel like I didn't have to do too much different. But it was cool, man. The movie came out good. The fight scenes came out really good.
The other brother who was in the guy who played your brother or father, he's a martial artist too, right?
He is.
He was legit.
He's a talented. Shout out to James. He plays my older brother in the movie. Really, really skilled and really good martial artist, man. And just it's dope to see it all come together. I'm excited to see what happens from here. I was impressed. I liked it. I enjoyed it. The crowd, the fans liked it a lot. We did some Q&A afterwards. There was some Noveliss fans there too from Music Wise. So shout out to them. Shout out to the homie Sly from the Discord. He picked us up from the airport for me, so that was dope. But yeah, man, it was a really good experience. Just seeing the film for the first time and just remembering all the work that went into it. Shooting all those fight scenes over and over and over and over, and just doing the choreography stuff. It was a lot of work, man. So I'm just real happy for Sai to have it all come together, because I've learned a lot about the filmmaking process through this, and it is a ton of work.
Do you think that your work, I didn't think about this till now, but I'm sure the answer is yes, your work on this film, that coincide with your new film love exploration that you're doing?
Yeah, I think it really it helped me appreciate the just filmmaking, and now I really look for sort of some of the smaller things, and I really find joy in some of the different things. When now that I'm watching so many different kinds of films, you sort of like a director, and then you really gravitate towards the things that they do in their style, and that's kind of what you're after. You know what I mean? So yeah, I would say for sure. So it's dope, and I'm real happy for Cyrus for finishing it. But yeah, man. Other than that, my big story is
what else happened, dog?
So
let's go. Yes, sir. Dog, he's been over here. So here's the funny part about that. He's been here for like an hour and a half. We recorded a whole song since before we started the podcast, and I did not know this nigga had that shit on. I swear to God, I did not know he had that on.
Oh man,
hilarious.
So yeah, I've kind of been, I've been, not very active on just communication wise for the last few weeks, and I was training really hard and getting myself ready for IBJJF in Chicago. It's an international jiu-jitsu tournament, and I'm not the biggest competitor person, you know what I mean? It's kind of been something I've been indifferent on. I've done a few tournaments. I won silver before, won bronze before, and this was just something. Goal of mine was to win gold in a jiu-jitsu tournament, and I went to IBJJF, man, and I won gold, man. So
hey, let's go, dog.
And I've done a lot of things in my life, bro, and I've done a lot of traveling. I've done a lot of cool stuff musically, and I think this is probably the most proud I've ever been of myself, and just all the work, and the training that went into it. I kind of ramped up my training, and I was training 4 or 5 days a week, and
I didn't even know you were doing this.
Yeah, and working out, And then just the weight thing, right? So I compete. I'm just sort of I fight at my weight, right? I don't really do any weight cutting.
Tell everybody how much you weigh so that we can all judge you.
So I don't really do any weight cutting, right? So I fight at middleweight, and so middleweight for jiu-jitsu, it was 168 to 181. You can't be over 181.
That's like a big gap, though.
It is, but what it is so you have to weigh with your gi on if you compete in the gi. So the gi adds a few pounds, and
the jiu-jitsu gis are heavy as fuck. Yeah. Compared to, have you ever worn a karate gi? Mm-hmm. It's triple the thickness.
Yeah, the lapel is really thick.
Like not just the lapel, everywhere is like it's like, this is, if you're not a martial artist, you're not gonna know what I'm talking about. But it's like, imagine a regular loose leaf sheet of paper, and then imagine like a piece of cardboard.
Yeah,
like that's like the difference. It's legitimately like that. It's like armor almost.
Yeah. So I was, I was feeling good. I felt like I was in the best shape I've been in, and I had stepped on the scale, and my gi was putting me over. I was like 182, and I was kind of frustrated because I was just saying to myself, why do I weigh so much?
Muscle is way heavier than fat, brother.
And I had took, and I was one of the guys I trained with. He was how much you weigh, and I told him. He's like, take your gi off. I took my gi off, and he goes, bro, you're jacked. I think you put on too much muscle. And I was like, all right,
dog.
So
facts.
I got a little frustrated. So what I did was, so I kind of,
hold on, hold that thought. The muscle weighing more than fat thing is so important.
It is
for folks that are trying to get in. That's why I stopped getting on the scale, because like I don't actually know how much I weigh. I just know that my body looks different.
Mm-hmm.
And
which is what you're after.
It's really all I care about, right? And my clothes are fitting different, right? And I just feel better. Like I'm not tired. I mean, I'm tired, of course, but I'm not like dead after I hoop.
Yeah.
Like I'm not like, my bones aren't creaking every time I take a step, right? Like, but when I first started working out, and this was frustrating because I didn't know that, I didn't really pay that much attention to it. But when I was like lifting weights, like heavy, I was like, bro, I'm eating perfectly. I'm pumping motherfucking iron,
and you're heavier,
and I'm like, how the fuck did I gain 5 pounds? What do you mean? All I've been doing is eating salad and drinking water and fucking pumping iron. That's all I've been doing.
Facts.
Muscle is heavy, bro.
It is. So I kind of came up with a routine where I would I did a mixture of just doing more. So when I work out, I told you I do a lot of calisthenic and plyometric workouts and stuff. So I stopped, and I was just like, I'm just gonna run. So every day I would run 2 miles, and then I would go train jiu-jitsu. And I'm running sub 20-minute 2-mile run. And then
that's good.
And
that's
then
fast.
going to train jiu-jitsu too. And then I just sort of did like some intermediate fasting. I wouldn't eat breakfast, so just have coffee for breakfast, and I would eat at noon, and then I would eat, and then I wouldn't eat anything after 8 o'clock. Just because I was really the weight thing was
for me.
Yeah,
that's really been the key.
Yeah,
that's how I lost all my weight.
And it matters. Yeah. So and shout out to you, because I'm a very disciplined eater as far as the things that I eat, right? But I eat at all times of the day, and I eat whatever at whatever time. So intermediate fasting was a new experience of, and because it's a I like I said, kudos to you, because it's a new level of discipline
for sure. It's different because I still don't. My diet is not perfect, but like in terms of when I eat, like I usually don't eat after 6 or 7 on the weekdays, and I don't eat any breakfast or lunch, and I don't really eat until like 11 or 12. So like the only time I'm eating is like noon or so, and then like 5 or 6, and then that's like 16 hours of like starvation, quote unquote.
Right.
Where you just you're just really like fasting. And I do all my workouts like during the fast time.
Yeah, and fasting is it's mental too.
100%. But when you get used to, and I wonder if this happened, I got used to it, and I don't like it. It like shrinks your stomach.
Yeah.
And I was like I had less like food desire. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's true. It becomes your lifestyle, and so I was doing that for a little bit, and as I said, I eat healthy anyway, but I eat a lot, and I eat at whatever times, so this kind of was a new level of discipline for me. So I added the intermediate fast and the running and the training, and then the couple days before I weighed myself and I was good, and I was like, okay, bad. And then it just becomes this. So competing it's nerve wracking. It makes you. Man. It makes you. And for me, all the stuff surrounding it makes me nervous. But when it actually starts and the fight starts, I'm good because it's just jujitsu. You know what I mean? And I know what I'm doing, so I'm good from there.
Did you ever run track?
I did run track when I was in high school.
Did you like sprint?
I did the 400, which was once around the track, and then I was on a relay team too.
Bro, me too. I did. Did you do a 4x4?
I think so.
That's that 400 relay?
Yeah, I did that too. Yeah.
So
we literally did the same exactly.
I did that, and I also did high jump as well.
Oh no, I didn't do none of that other stuff. I didn't do any field events.
I did high jump.
I was horrified of hurdles because
me too.
I was terrified.
I did them in practice.
I think I did long jump just because they made you do a field event. But
no, I did. I was actually a dog at high jump. I did. This is gonna sound crazy. I don't know if I still have the record. I have like a record at Cranbrook. I don't know. You
did high jump?
Yeah,
that's dope.
No, I was cold, bro.
I was always enamored with the form on the high jump.
Yeah.
I thought it was cool. Yeah.
Hey man, I'm trying to tell you niggas, bro. You niggas that only know me as Fat Hero, nigga. I used to slam dunk the basketball, bro. I had bounce. Like I'm 6'1". Some of y'all have met me in person. Like I'm tall, but I'm not like, for a basketball player, I'm short. For a normal human I'm tall. Yeah. But like in the basketball world, I'm like pretty short, right? So like for a 6'1" guy to jump the way I used to dunk that motherfucker. Not like rim grazing, kind of barely got it over. No, I used to cock that bitch back here. Nigga, 2-hand monkey dunk type shit, bro. So doing the high jump, I was good. I was good at it. Like
That's fire.
I had a record. I don't know if it's the record, but I did like 6'1" or 2 or something like
That's
that.
Dope.
So I qualified for states, and this is where I got humbled. They said, "All right, so where you want to come in at?" I was like, "Yeah, start me at like 5'7". I'll get up to like 6 foot." I was like, "Yeah, like I'm." And then the state niggas came, and it was like they checked to see like where the bar was at. And them niggas was like, "Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna wait till you get to like 6'3", and then I'm gonna start warming up." I was like, "Well, shit, y'all might as well just let them niggas go." Like they warming up at my PR,
at my backs.
Like, I was like, "It's cool, bro. Y'all niggas go ahead and y'all niggas jump over that shit because I clearly y'all okay. You guys are more athletic than me, cool."
Oh my goodness.
But the form though, like getting good at like the back bend thing.
Mm-hmm.
It was cool.
It's cool, man. I always like that.
But my point about the track, the reason why I ask you is that, and you ran these exact events. Have you ever felt more nerve-racked than in a track meet before the 4x4 relay? Because it's the last event of track meet.
It was the last one.
Everybody's watching.
Everybody's watching, yeah.
And you're it's
a weird feeling, and track is very. Even though it's a team,
bro,
you're running
there.
Alone.
You're out there by yourself.
Yeah.
It's I wanted to throw up every single time, bro. It was tough.
It's really interesting, man. So it was in Chicago, right? So, I wake up, took a Epsom salt bath the night before. I was cooked. My body, and by the way, before the tournament, my body was cooked. I was training so much and working out so much and running so much.
Folded into pretzels.
My body was just cooked. And so I was really sore. And then, the morning, Ash packs me this crazy lunchbox with all this food and stuff in it.
Nice.
And Then so I drive to Chicago. It's like 4.5 hours, 5 hours. So I get there, and then I try to go, and at this point I'm just really nervous about the wait, right? So I go to weigh in, and then they don't let me, and you can't weigh in until right before your fight. They have a practice scale though, right?
Prevent you from like doing any weird shit.
Yeah. So they have a practice scale. I got on it, and I was good. So I had sort of stopped freaking out about the weight, and then my sensei Wayne got there, and then we kind of just walked around, and he was kind of talking to me, and he asked me he had actually asked me before I got there, and he's like, "What's your plan for IBJJF?" And I just said, "I don't have one." You know what I mean? And he's like, "Okay." He's like, "I like that." And then, and the reason I don't is because I really I'm very, when I say be water, and you guys know how much I love Bruce, I live that to such I truly do abide by that, and I really, there's just the way that my mind works. I don't want to have a plan. I don't want to have a plan and then it doesn't work, and then you know what I mean. So especially with jiu-jitsu, I'm perfectly fine with going out there and figuring it out as it's happening, So it's like, so now I get there and I have to wait all this time for it to start, and then I'm stretching and I'm getting ready, and at this point I'm pretty nervous, but I'm relaxed though, I'm relaxed, and then it starts getting closer, and then you go and you weigh in, you make your weight, and then you just have to stand in the bullpen until it's time for you to go, right? Yeah, it's crazy. And then it's so much going on. And then I don't know if you guys have ever seen a jiu-jitsu tournament, but it's so many like teachers just screaming at their students and it's chaos, right? So then my first fight is about to start, and then it just happens. It feels like the buildup feels like it lasts for an eternity, but
how many fights total?
It happens, 3. So when it happens, it happens. You know what I mean? And then so I get out there, and I go stand in the bullpen, and then it's time, and then they call us out. We go out there, and I have entered the zone in basketball before. I told you a couple times.
We've been there. We all been there. I just told y'all a brief story about me getting into it at the Y.
Yeah, right. This was different. I don't think I've ever experienced anything like this. And I told you, I texted you and I said, I saw The Matrix, and it was a crazy, you know what I mean? And so so it starts, my first fight, and it was so loud. As soon as it started, I couldn't hear anything. It was crazy. It was like complete silence. And then, the first match, dude was super. And again, I don't have a plan. You know what I mean? And another thing I do, and when I do jiu-jitsu, I'm not a points guy. I just try to get a submission. And win.
Is there another way to win?
You can win on points. You get 2 points for a takedown. You get 4 points for a mount. You get points for back take. Just certain positions of control.
I didn't know that.
So
are there so it's time rounds then?
It's a 5. In this, it's the fights are 5 minutes, and then if nobody gets a submission, it goes whoever gets the most points wins.
Gotcha.
And so it starts.
That's kind of a gamble then, right? Because if you don't, you're kind of depending on the submission.
Which I'm good with.
For sure.
Yeah.
But like theoretically, you're. I wonder if they're in the back of your mind, it's like, damn, like if I can't quite catch this nigga, and he happens to, like, if in the process of me trying to get that submission, I have yielded control position, am I gonna get like screwed out of a victory?
So this is what it is, right? This is why it's very important to empty my mind and not think about it.
Because that can freak you out.
Yeah. So we start first. I'm not gonna tell the story of every single match, but just the first one, because it was right off.
Hey man, you've earned it, bro. Tell your story.
It was right off the bat. So this dude's grips were insane, super strong grips. He had got a takedown, right. So immediately it's 2-0. He got the takedown. I love playing on the bottom and guard, so I'm good with it, right?
We not pausing, bro. I know. I already know you niggas said that shit. Oh no, that sound crazy. No, nigga, be quiet. We are adults. He is a jiu-jitsu practitioner. It's all good.
So I'm good with standing and fighting for a takedown. But if it goes to the ground, I'm very comfortable. So he gets a takedown and he's super aggressively going for passing my guard. Now my guard game is really, really solid. My Sensei Wayne has murdered me so many times that I have a really good, and nothing is compares to him doing that to me. Sure. So
somebody like him probably could. He would have to be in like a different division.
Yeah,
right?
he's a black belt. Yeah,
gotcha.
and yeah. So the way, that's a good question. The way the divisions work when you compete is it goes by your age, your weight, and your belt rank. So it's all different. It's a lot of different divisions and stuff. But so he's, in the first fight, he's passing my guard, and I end up, and I'm attacking too. I don't just defend and guard. I'm attacking a lot. And I found a straight ankle lock, got it, finished it, won the first one. And it was super quiet. And then once it was over, loud, and I was just like, that was kind of crazy. And then it's like you win, and you go right back to the bullpen. You know what I'm saying? And then again, and then when it was time for the final, Wayne, he just comes up to me and he goes, I'm proud of you, and he just goes, hey, next one, he's like, gold or silver, it's up to you. And I was just like,
it's up to you. That's such a sensei way to frame something,
like, man. So and then the gold match, same thing, bro. Like, super nervous. It starts quiet, complete silence. I was down again. This guy got another takedown, so it's 2-0. Then I got a sweep. So sweep is when you're on the bottom and you sweep the person and come up on top. So you get 2 points for a sweep. I ended up getting this. I ended up attacking an armbar and getting them and turning them over. So I got 2 points for a sweep. So it was tied. And then again, I just felt that this armbar earlier, and that was kind of, I was like, that's gonna be how I finish this. And then I ended up getting the armbar from guard, winning, and I just laid. After I won, I just laid back, and I was like, I was like. And if you watch the video I posted, like, there's sort of a moment where I just kind of lay there because I was like, did I just win? You know what I'm saying? And then and I got up and I had tears, bro. I had tears. This is like, as I said, this is the most proud I've been of myself, man.
Hey, man, let's go, dog.
Win a gold medal at IBJJF. Thank you. And it was, and I'm gonna give this detail too, man. It's so, jiu-jitsu is so hard because, bro, I know what bones crunching and joints feels and sounds like. And and I'm not saying this as a brag. I don't like doing that, and sometimes I wish the guys would just tap. For sure. And for this tournament, like the straight ankle lock and the armbar, both just loud, pops, and I just, and it's so, and what I try to tell people, because sometimes people are like, why don't they just tap? And I'm like, it's not that simple. It's in jiu-jitsu a lot. You think you're good until you're not. That's what it is. You literally, you want to win, and you think you're good, and then it's just that moment where you're like, and then it's, you know what I mean? So,
yeah, it's like I don't have a ton of jiu-jitsu experience, but I have enough to know what you mean in the sense that, like, your body has limiters, and you don't know that you're at the limiter until you get there. Yeah, and it's hard to, like, it's
not enough time.
And if you know your body super well, and I think a lot of experienced people do, you can approximate when you're getting close to the limiter. Yeah. The problem is a lot of these young, and I bet you they're probably white guys, they have this mentality, just to bring it back to basketball, right? Like, one of my least favorite people to play against is, like, the white guy who's, like, pretty good, like, play high school or whatever, but, like, kills themselves on defense. Yeah. Like, will be willing to literally injure themselves on defense.
And then just, we talk about charges all the time. Charges are not a basketball play to me, and I can't stand them.
So, like, all of the, like, the jiu-jitsu world has a lot of guys like that. that like will not. They're willing to give up their body in order to win. Yeah, and like sometimes, nigga, you will give that arm up.
Yeah, it's some crazy. It's a lot, but like I said, man, this is definitely the proudest I've been. Just getting up on the podium, and it was amazing. And then shout out to Sensei. Just having somebody that has not only put so much time into me, but just will drive that far to, you know what I mean, just to support me and coach me through that tournament. So and then just something else really dope, man. So the way IBJJF is the jiu-jitsu federation in the world. And if you're gonna compete in IBJJF, it's like this long, grueling process where you gotta register, then they have to approve you, and then they have to approve your rank through your sensei, and then your sensei's got to be registered on there, and then your sensei's got to have a school register on there, and all this, right? And you got to compete through the school of your sensei. And so Wayne, he teaches at 10th Planet in Detroit that I train at, which is his cousin's school. For IBJJF, the gi, he basically made up his own school name called Binamu, and he got it approved through IBJJF, so I'm his first competitor through.
Is he gonna start that
school? Yeah, it's crazy that all the things that I've been through with Wayne and how long he's been training me, and I'm the first competitor through his school that he made up and got a gold.
You know what that means next? Hey, bro, before I got my black belt, I was teaching like 3 classes a day.
Yeah, I'm teaching beginner.
Before I got my black belt.
Yeah, I'm teaching beginner classes now.
That means, nigga,
they kind of make you, they kind of make you do the teaching stuff. But it was, but again, this is one of the best experiences of my life, and very proud of myself.
Well deserved. We're all proud of you.
That's good.
That's fucking cool.
But yeah, man, that was that. And then real quick, wrestling recap, man. Friday, I took my son to Windy City Riot in Chicago, man, New Japan. We went last year too. This year, this show was amazing. So the big match was obviously Hiroshi Tanahashi's last match in the United States, man. He wrestled to Konosuke Takeshita, and bro, this match was amazing. Tanahashi's old, his body's cooked.
Yeah,
I was expecting him to be out there just kind of waddling around.
Oh, some Chris Jericho.
And
on some melted ice cream.
Shout out to my homie Nick, man. My homies Nick and Justin. Those are my wrestling homies, man. And we haven't all been to a show together since like SummerSlam. What was that? That was, my goodness, that was like 3 years ago now. When SummerSlam was in Detroit. I think it was the last time we all went to a wrestling show. So those are my wrestling homies, and we all went to this show together. It was dope. The Tanahashi Takeshita match was amazing. I was blown away by the level that Tanahashi went, which I just wasn't. I know it's his last match in the States. I wasn't expecting it. He's so old and his body is cooked, but he went at a high level, man. And Takeshita played it perfectly, bro. Just the reluctant destroyer of your hero, right? He was like not wanting to do it, but knew he had to. It was so good, and I haven't got that. I was going through I was emotionally charged in that match, so that was my favorite match of the night. It was really good, and shout out to Tanahashi, man, just one of the GOATs. And then, bro, Tomohiro Ishii and Gabe Kidd had a match, and it was a 2 out of 3 falls match, dog. And this match was one of the best matches I've ever seen in person. And it seems like it's got a mixed response to it. It seems like people who watched it at home didn't really like it that much, but people who were there, I don't know what the disconnect is. But the match was amazing. Unexpected finish. Ishii ended up beating him. This match was insane. It was really good, but the show was fire. The show was really dope. Goto won. He retained the title, and I'm absolutely loving him as champ right now. I hope they keep it on him for a while. And then Zack Sabre Jr. and David Finlay had a dope match.
Nice.
So the show was fire, man. So New Japan, Windy City Riot in Chicago. I feel
like they always have shows in only Chicago or LA.
They do. They literally do that, and then they do Windy City Riot in Chicago, and then they do what is the name? Battle in the Valley, and I think it's in San Jose or something.
Okay.
I wish they would go somewhere else, but that's what they do, man. It's just those two shows, but it was fire. It slapped. One of my favorite shows I've ever been to live. And like I said, the Tanahashi Takeshita match is one of my favorite matches I've ever been in attendance for. So it was dope, man. I want to know, what's the last movie you watched that you felt strongly about?
The last movie that I watched.
It doesn't have to be new, just the last movie you watched that you felt strongly about.
No, I got you. So the last movie that I watched in general was just last night. I watched The Amateur, starring Rami Malek.
That's the Finn Balor Jr. I remember when they used to always show, what's that show?
Mr. Robot.
They used to show Mr. Robot advertisements during Monday night, during wrestling all the time. And I would just be like, that's not Finn Balor. They would just show him, I would just see his face real quick, and he just reminded me of Finn Balor.
I don't know that I felt particularly strongly about it, other than I liked it, and it was like it was a cool. If you like Mr. Robot, like there are a lot of similarities between the character he plays in this movie and Elliot, his character in Mr. Robot. So like if you want to extend your headcanon such that Mr. Robot is like a prequel.
But you did say that it's not the same.
It is not the same character. But in my headcanon, I'm kind of like...
It is the same character.
Elliot, after the events of Mr. Robot, maybe he changed his name. Maybe he got a job with the NSA, and now he's on to his next adventure.
Facts.
Damn, man. The last movie that I saw that I felt really strongly about, I don't know if this is the last movie that I saw, but I felt really strongly in a positive way. And now that you are on your movie journey, I'd love for you to check it out. Speaking of Mr. Robot, it's a movie that came on Netflix. Let me find the name of it. It was by the same director as Mr. Robot, who was one of my favorite directors, Sam Raimi.
Sam Raimi.
Shout out to Sam Raimi. He's good too.
Oh, not Sam Raimi.
No. Sam Ishmael. Sam Ismail, Esmail, like email, but add an S.
What's the movie called?
Stand By.
Adding it to my Letterboxd list right now.
It is called Leave the World Behind.
Oh, I think you told me about this movie before.
Yes. Yeah.
Leave the World Behind, 2023.
Yeah.
Adding it to my everlasting Letterboxd watch list.
Yep. And bro, this movie is really well done. If you like Sam Ismail's style, which I do, you'll love this movie. I think people felt a type of way about it because like the movie didn't focus on what you thought it was going to focus on. There's something that's happening in the movie, but the film focuses on the people, not the thing.
That's interesting.
Which some people have a problem with. Like some people don't like it when you just have shit in the background. It seems like it's interesting, but you don't focus on it.
Right.
And I think that can be a problem too if you do it poorly. Like I think The Walking Dead does it bad. I think they kind of started off doing that well, where it's like, hey, the zombies are there, but this is really about the people. But then it started to become the same plot over and over again. They go into a new camp and they find some other maniacal asshole that like kills a bunch of people. Like it's the same, just a new big bad every season, right? This movie doesn't do that. There's some like race stuff happening. There's some social, class dichotomy between race and class, and like
is this on Netflix right now?
It's on Netflix right now. Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it.
I fuck with it, bro. I was just like, man, if this shit happened in real life, this is exactly how it would look. And I'm kind of being vague on purpose because like, part of what's happening is like part of the mystique of the movie, but also like I don't actually know what happened, right? Like, which is kind of the cool part of the movie is that like it puts you in a similar position. I have a love-hate relationship with what's the guy who did Cloverfield? J.J. Abrams. I love his Cloverfield stuff, and I love Super 8.
I love Super 8, man. That's one of my favorite movies.
Some of the mystery box stuff that he does.
Kids in that movie are hilarious.
Yeah, they are funny. But in Cloverfield, he does such a good job of like putting you right in the middle of the shit, bro.
Right.
And it's like, dog, what the fuck is going on, bro? Yeah. Like,
that's how Cloverfield is.
You feel me? Like, what's happening? Fuck is going on, dog? I was at my friend's birthday party, and now
there's a monster.
Now there's something going on. Yeah, I don't know what it is.
You don't even know until
I don't know what it is. All I know is I saw the Statue of Liberty head flying down Broadway,
bro.
And I don't know how the fuck it got there. And like the movie never tells you. You just gotta assume that like you get like the little shot of Cloverfield was so fucking fire, bro.
It's a great.
So this movie isn't exactly like that, but it takes a similar approach where it's like, bro, we're in the shit, and I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Is it a handheld?
No, it's shot like the way he shoots is really really dope. Like it's like that kind of the opposite of like the handheld shit. Like once you start I know like film is different from TV, but whenever you start your TV journey, nigga, you have to watch Mr. Robot, bro.
All right.
It is, the way that it's shot is fucking phenomenal, bro. There's one scene, this is like a super minor spoiler, but you won't have any context, so it's not gonna matter. But there's one scene where like Elliot he like orchestrates a prison break. And the last scene of the film of the episode is like Elliot, the main character, that's Sam or Rami Malek's character, like super long story. He basically gets like blackmailed into doing the prison break. And he gets to where like they tell him to meet, and like he notices that something is off. And in the background, you just see like the fucking whole prison is like on fire, and like their shit just like all hell is breaking loose. And Rami Malek was just an amazing actor, and he plays like panic super well. He's just like pacing back and forth like behind the trunk of the car. Like you can he's not saying anything, but you know he's absolutely going through it. He doesn't know what's going to happen next. And the camera is just still, and they just let Rami Malek just milk that for like literally like 10 minutes, bro.
That's crazy.
And it's so well done. I'm like, dog, the tension. He does tension so well, bro. There's another episode where it's like an entire one shot. Like the whole episode is a one shot of like them like trying to take over a corporate building. And it's like, dog. Anyways, the way he shoots his films, phenomenal. I think you would really like it. I felt strongly about it. It's really, really well done. And it just handles realism in like a weird like crisis situation super well. I saw this movie 2 years ago, but it was the first one that came to mind since I was already thinking about Rami Malek. So yeah. What was the name of it again?
Leave the World Behind.
The World Behind.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out.
It's very good.
The last movie I saw that I felt strongly about. I have been telling y'all about this movie, Freaky Tales, dog. This film, it's playing now, but it's only playing in certain movie theaters.
The art house joints.
This is one of my favorite movies of all time. And it is just this. First of all, watch the trailer. If you want to watch the trailer, watch the trailer. It's got Pedro Pascal in it. It's just, if I had to place, just to as a familiarity marker for people, I would say this film reminds me of Scott Pilgrim. I would say it reminds me of.
Say less.
I would say it reminds me of Scott Pilgrim, Pulp Fiction, and Kill Bill.
What?
So this movie is centered around. So Sleepy Floyd was an actual NBA player, played for the Lakers. This movie takes place on a night in 1987, and it's an anthology film, which is dope. It's got 4 chapters, and then it connects all 4 of the chapters. You know what I mean? In 1987, the Lakers were loaded, and they had, this is Showtime Lakers, and then they were playing the Warriors in the playoffs. Warriors had no chance, and then I'm not positive. I want to say Game 4 to stop them from getting eliminated. Sleepy Floyd just goes off and he scores 29 points in the 4th quarter and they win.
Damn.
In 1980,
this happened in real life?
In real life.
I don't remember that.
In 1987, people in Oakland, in that area, they'll say that they'll tell you there's a weird energy around Oakland at that time. This film plays on that.
Okay.
On the weird energy. And that night, that Sleepy Floyd scored all those points. And this film is basically saying that it's because he was able to channel this energy in his mind. And
that's hard.
Right? Okay, now that's that, right? Then this film, it is narrated by Too Short. And
say less.
This film is about banding together to kill Nazis. This film is about hip hop. This film is about punk rock. This film is about Warriors basketball. It's unbelievable.
Okay.
I've never seen a movie like this, bro.
That's fire.
I'm gonna read my Letterboxd review for it.
All right, bet.
The underdog believes he can do the impossible. Wow. Originality in its freakiest form. I'm sorry, was this movie made specifically for me? Hip-hop, martial arts, spiritual energy, and Warriors basketball. An absolutely brilliant tale built around Bay Area legends and culture. This is art. Punk rock, hip-hop, Warriors basketball, a brush of neon green mystical energy, and underdogs fighting back against the hatred that plagues this world no matter the decade. Impeccable 80s aesthetic. This film wears its influences on its sleeves and even shows them to the naked eye in the form of video store Easter eggs. A narrative broken up into 4 chapters that all feel like completely separate films of separate genres that take place in the same universe, like the very mixtape the kid was selling the Clint. I'm sorry, was that Tom Hanks? Okay. This has a genuine charm and a great example of minimalistic film mastery. Brilliant music and some sneaky, beautiful camera work on the backs of great characters that you better be rooting for. And then there's Sleepy Floyd, who was an actual NBA player for the Warriors in the 80s, and this film is built around the night against the Lakers that made him a legend. But is this legendary portrayal of him one of the dopest characters ever? How much of this exactly is fiction? Seriously, though, a cosmic energy that the underdogs of Oakland, California can tap into. That shot of Sleepy sitting in his vault with the wall of weapons behind him. Cinema. Sleepy Floyd going from playing for the Warriors to becoming a warrior, mowing down white supremacist Nazis with blades like they're zombies. Cinema. This is all about mind power and maybe an unexpected final act of unhinged violence in pure style in the name of Bay Area folklore. The narration by Too Short, the music. My goodness, the music. Each chapter cooks. Pedro Pascal cooks. Jay Ellis is literally the coolest character ever, and there are layers to the commentary surrounding this film. The score is complete needle drop mastery. A black superhero goes on a revenge tour against neo-Nazis with E40 playing over the killing spree.
Dog.
Cinema. I never thought we'd need anti-Nazi education in the 2020s, but
Jesus
here we
Christ.
are, and it's glorious. This is a banger. This was so good, a true vibe and a message of banding together to kill scumbag Nazis. Masterpiece. You say you want more original films. You say you're tired of intellectual property farming. If that's the case, then go see this. Go see this and tell everyone about it. I adore this and everything it stands for.
Awesome. I'm seeing that shit ASAP.
You guys have to go see Freaky Tales. I am telling you, it is one of my favorite movies ever. And I mean that. This movie is amazing. I've never seen anything like it. Go see this movie, guys. Freaky Tales. Such a weird name, but if you know Too Short and you know Oakland, it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Movie's incredible. Boom. Oh man, you know, another thing that I've had this resurgence of Batman fandom.
I can't wait to hear this. I mean, you already told me some of these takes, but I can't wait for y'all to hear this.
You're right, because you guys know I'm always on here clowning Batman.
Josh is rolling over in his his bed. No, he's not dead.
So I have had. So I was organizing some games and, you know, game system stuff at the house, and you know, I came across a bunch of my PS4 games, and I'm like, oh, Arkham Knight, man, this was my jam, you know, when this came out. So I was like, you know, my file's gone, so I started playing Arkham Knight again. It's one of the greatest games of all time.
It's really good,
and you can see. I think Ghost of Tsushima.
You like it better than Arkham City? I think Arkham City is the one people think is the best.
Arkham Knight was the last one, right?
Yeah. I think they're both really
I think
good.
they're both really good, but I think I just like Arkham Knight because it perfected some of the things that Arkham City was doing. Yeah. And then it's just we've said this before. I think Ghost of Tsushima has mastered that counter combat style. I think it's the best ever. But this and Spider-Man also did a really good job. And the Arkham games were one of the first games to get that style right on a high level.
Yeah, agreed.
But my resurgence in Batman fandom really started just from the Matt Reeves movie.
Mm-hmm.
I love that movie so much. I think that movie has the best cinematography in a superhero movie. It's crazy.
I think my answer is yes, but let me scan real quick. I think the only movie that maybe can compete is The Watchmen.
I have to watch that. I haven't seen it forever, and that was one of the movies on the list you told me when I said I was getting back in. I was going to revisit a bunch of comic movies.
The Watchmen is one of those films that ages well. If like once you like kind of start your like prestige film journey, it ages better than like MCU films or like X-Men films back in the day would.
I'm gonna have to watch it, but I love the.
It's not perfect. It's not perfect, but it will age better.
I'm gonna check it out. I love the Batman. That movie is incredible to me. I've seen it like 500 times. I love it. I love Robert Pattinson as Batman. I love all the characters. The music is so good. I mean, outside of Into the Spider-Verse, that honestly might be my second favorite superhero movie. I just love that movie, bro. I love it. I can't wait for the sequel. It sucks it's taken so long. But that's an incredible film. So then I kind of went back and started, you know, rereading some Batman comics, and I really like Zero Year, and I kind of found that I really love Batman when Batman is just
when he first starting out.
Yeah, and the Batman has just completely swallowed up Bruce Wayne, and there's not really a Bruce Wayne existing at that point. That's a Batman that I really like. And then, you know, once he's billionaire playboy Bruce, I kind of don't love so much, but that's why I love the Matt Reeves film. It's incredible. Have you seen Daredevil at all? I
watched the first 3 or 2 episodes, I think.
Wait, okay,
2 or 3 episodes.
I'm caught up, but I'm not gonna spoil anything. Yeah. What are your thoughts on it so far?
I like it so far. I like it a lot. That first episode had a crazy fight scene. You know, if Daredevil is gonna do anything, he gonna beat the shit out of some niggas in the hallway. He gonna whoop somebody ass in the hallway, and they have a classic hallway fight like in the first 10 minutes. I like it. I like
if that wasn't such a long sentence, that would be a great name for the episode. If they're never gonna do anything,
you know, beat somebody's ass in the hallway. Now the name of this episode is Kareem Abdul Jabbar fart.
No facts. It has to be.
It's got to be.
That's so funny.
I love that they're keeping the dark tone and they have not sacrificed for Marvel's sake. At least not yet.
They don't.
Wait. To be clear, they don't keep the tone?
No, they don't sacrifice it. It stays.
Good.
I've enjoyed it so far. There's such a, first of all, Charlie Cox as Daredevil.
Excellent.
Dude's amazing. He's up there with, Wesley Snipes as Blade and, all the other ones that we talk about. Sometimes I don't understand what they're trying to do because the action scenes are so good, but sometimes they just shoot them bad. And I don't understand why they do that, because the fight scenes are very good, and as far as I know, this dude Charlie Cox he does all his own stuff, so there's no need to you know what I mean, get weird with the camera. And like some of them are shot good, but some of them have that Jason Bourne, like
yeah, but I think some people like that style, bro.
I don't, dog.
I don't either, but I really think they do that on purpose.
But again, it could be because we have martial arts movie.
So here's the difference, right? I think there's two different ways to shoot an action film, and I think that like martial arts buffs and like film nerd buffs have a similar eye, and then the John Wick. Even though John Wick does a great job with their fight scenes, but like that, like the action move, like the military fucking Army SEAL type niggas.
It's almost like they're trying to capture the frenetic chaos
100%.
of the moment,
and that's exactly their point.
They don't have to move the camera like that.
I guarantee. So I think that's a stylistic choice, and I think they're trying to. You nailed it. They're trying to capitalize, because when Jason Bourne, the first Bourne movie came out, it worked.
Yeah,
because we hadn't seen anything like that before. It was like, holy shit, like this ain't no from their perspective, flowery martial arts shit. Them niggas in there scrapping for real.
Right.
And I think the point was to capture, like you said, the frenetic energy, the high stakes, like life or death type shit. It's chaos. Like I got to pick up this trash can,
this magazine,
right. And I think they do that on purpose. But to your point, I think that there are ways. I think John Wick, especially the later movies, is like the perfect in between.
They definitely mastered the in between of that for sure.
Or honestly, I think the Raid is probably the pinnacle of it. Where like
Raid, John Wick, Monkey Man
is
such a fire movie,
right? Where you can get the action stuff, you can get the frenetic pace, but you don't have to chop it up so much.
Facts.
And I don't know that I think that's harder to do. I think the John Wick stuff, the Monkey Man stuff, like that's the same guy, right? Like doing the action. I just think that's hard to do, and like the best and the guy who Gareth Edwards, I think, who did Raid. I think those guys are just super talented, and like
doesn't he have my god, doesn't he have another movie coming out?
No, he has a TV show, dog. Oh my god, bro, it's fucking amazing.
Oh, it's out right now.
It's 2 seasons out, bro. It's called Gangs of London.
Oh, you told me about that.
Bruh,
I need to watch that.
The fight,
isn't the main character black too?
He's one. Kind of. There's like a few main characters, and he's one of them.
I gotta watch that. Yeah, I forgot you told me about
the craziest fight scenes I've ever seen, bro.
Yeah,
it's literally like the Raid, except crazier, crazier.
That's wild.
Like the Raid kind of dumbed down the violence a little bit to kind of make it like, nah, fuck that, bro. This shit is brutal. Bro, there's one scene, dog.
I gotta watch it. Gangs of London.
It's like not even martial arts though. It's just like
brawling.
It's brawling, but there's 2 episodes that come to mind. This shit is so fucking hard, dog. Like there's one, I mean, it's gangsters in London, obviously Gangs of London, and they're trying to whatever. But there's one scene where like this kingpin drug dealer guy who don't seem like a fighter at all, a nigga try to break in his house, and he like hulks up because his family is in danger, and they like capture the moment of like, dog, like the zone, right? Like I hit that, like I've gone I've raged out, bro, and like I have to protect my family.
That's crazy.
Captures that shit amazingly. I don't even like this character, but I was rooting for him. Like, oh my god, this shit is so fucking hard. And then there's another scene where like one of the woman characters, she's like I mean they're all gangsters, but she's like refugee, like trying to help her village, like Eastern European village, war torn village, and in order to fund their like militia, she needs to sell all these drugs. And somebody tried to break in her house, or she gets like captured or something, and she needs.
What's the time period?
It's modern day.
Okay,
it's modern day, and she needs to escape. And like, dog, this woman, and she clearly got like some guerrilla militia training, so she's not just like a helpless woman or helpless person in general, but like she fights off like 3 niggas and like. Just desperate, man. Like, dog, I have to survive.
Yeah,
it's so fucking cold, bro. Like, it's legitimately, none of the fight scenes are pretty, but in terms of just like brutal intensity, never seen anything like it, bro.
I gotta watch
it's incredible, and the plot is fire too. Like the actual like the Game of Thrones scheming and all of that shit. Yeah, it's good.
Gangs
Great
of
show.
London.
Great show.
Watch it, man.
I believe it's on Netflix now.
Okay,
excellent show, bro.
Assassin's Creed, how are you feeling about
Assassin's Creed Shadows? Excellent, man. I played it. It's my favorite Assassin's Creed game since Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Sorry. My apologies. Since Assassin's Creed Origins, which is the one with Bayek, the Egyptian assassin, the black Egyptian assassin.
Okay.
It is, and I don't know if I like it better than that game or not, but I'll tell you that it's a top 3 Assassin's Creed game for me, and it's probably not 2. I don't know that it's better than the Ezio trilogy, with the Assassin's Creed 2 and the trilogy that came around that, but man, the characters Naoe and Yasuke, so like Yasuke, bro, like
that's dope.
It's different. It's different because Naoe is your typical Assassin's Creed. I know you don't play a ton of Assassin's Creed games, but have you played like any of them in the past?
I've played 2 of them.
So like
played the very first one, and then I played the one with Bayek.
Okay, so like the premise is like you hide, Naoe, in my opinion, is the best assassin to date in terms of like feeling like a ninja and feeling just deadly and like nobody ever sees you.
Right,
she's excellent, bro. But they really do a great job of making the 2 characters super different. Like Naoe is fast, she can jump, she can climb, she's like really agile, she's really stealthy. So, and like they call it Assassin's Creed Shadows because they want you like at night. If you hide in the shadows, they can't see you, right? So like she's really really dope. She's got kunai, she's got a tanto and a katana, and she's got I can never pronounce this, a kusanragi, the like ball, the sickle, however you pronounce that. She's great. She's awesome. The problem is she's like 5'3", 120 pounds. So if you get hit like 2 or 3 times, you're done.
Oh damn.
So the point with Naoe, you don't head up nobody, right? You just you sneak, you pop off.
She's all stealth.
All stealth, bro. And and they reward you for playing that way because she's fucking unstoppable in the stealth, bro. Like, especially if you build up all your skills, bro. Like I'm one-shotting like all the bosses with like 8 like health bars. I'm in a tree above their head, come down, one shot. But you got to put in work to like get yourself in the right position. It's fire. Big Yask. Big Yas, nigga, big skate rock, nigga, 6'5", 260, black muscle with trained samurai tech.
That's fire.
He not doing no sneaking, bro. I'm kicking your fucking door down. Who wants smoke with Big Yas, nigga? Who wants smoke with Big Skate Rock? I challenge any of you niggas, come to the door right now. And again, they reward you for like you don't play Yasuke as a stealth character. Like he can sneak, but like he big as hell and he black.
Yeah, right.
He big black nigga in the middle of Japan. Like, hey, there go that nigga Yasuke right there. Look, like you can't hide. Like, hey, y'all seen? Is he black? Like. Is he black, bro? Is that Yasuke?
What is that?
What is
that? Feudal Japan.
Hey, Bro.
What is that? Is that
we're
a
on the
monster?
lookout for Yasuke, the Black Samurai. Oh, there you go, right there. Look. There you go. So there's no point in trying to sneak with Yasuke. And they kind of insult his. He can't really jump either. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Now he's 6'5". Come on now. They slam dunk that bitch, I'm sure. So like they make it so he can't really jump and climb that well. Yeah. But they want, to separate the play styles. Mm-hmm. But when you decide, like I never even tried to sneak around with him. I kick in a nigga front door, and because they'll like, once you go into like a restricted area, the guards will like try to call out to you and stop, and they'll give you an opportunity to either comply or refuse. Every time, smoke. Every time I choose the smoke option, refuse. And Yasuke, they'll say like, it's so, he says such cold-blooded shit. They'll say like, you're not allowed in here, and then if you choose refuse, Yasuke will be like, who's gonna stop me? Like, and I just walk up in there and just start throwing steel at niggas, bro.
Oh my God.
He's got this like Leonidas kick where it's like a special move where he like kicks the dog shit out of niggas, bro. He kicks the soul out of cats, and he literally send people flying. Imagine, bro, he's 6'5". He's Calvin Johnson.
That's crazy.
In feudal Japan with a sword. and all of his Japanese guys are like 5'7", 5'8", like trying their best to stop his big strong black ass, and they just can't do it. They cannot fuck with him. He's like a tank. He be, once you get him like super power 2-3 slices, gosh. Dead.
I gotta.
It's great. It's a great game. So here's the thing, right? Everybody wants to compare it to Ghost of Tsushima. They're different games. They're not the same game. Mm-hmm. And I'm not gonna lie, bro. This game does some things that are better than Ghost. Like
that's crazy.
It does. And how we feel about Ghost, right? This game is not as pretty as Ghost of Tsushima. Ghost was made specifically to be a beautiful game, right? Mm-hmm. This game has its moments where it is very beautiful, but it's not made to be glamorous in that way. Assassin's Creed does the stealth way better than Ghost does, right? Like it's just because they tried to create an Assassin's Creed game in like one development cycle. The niggas at Ubisoft, say what you want to say about them. They've been doing this stealth shit since like 2007.
Yeah.
They're good at it. They can do it really well. Too many times where Jin like rolls the wrong way, and all of a sudden I'm assed out, and now I gotta fight off
and now they
60
all start
people
attacking you.
Like, okay, bro. Yeah. Like in this game, like if you get caught briefly, it's a little easier, which may be why I like it better. Like if you get caught and you immediately kill the nigga that caught you, you're not caught anymore.
Alert kind of
because I killed him. He's dead. Like these niggas don't all have.
They know that I'm.
Yeah, like they don't all have telepathy, right?
That's cool.
And it's just way more ways to engage with the stealth than in Ghost.
What about I want to ask you about the weapons.
Yeah, the sword play. I mean, Ghost just nailed that shit, bro. Like I told
you the sword combat on Ghost.
They nailed it. This is good too. It's not better than Ghost, but it is. And you could tell that Assassin's Creed Shadows was looking. They were paying attention.
Yeah,
because the deflect button is the same.
That's fire.
They use R1 and R2 for strong and light attack instead of X and square. Yeah, but the combat it's not as smooth as Ghost, but it's brutaler.
Yeah,
especially if you got Yasuke, because Yasuke has Naoe has her Assassin's Blade. Also, to be clear, Yasuke is not an assassin. He does not have a hidden blade. He doesn't have eagle vision. He's literally a samurai. He walks up to niggas to honorably cross steel, and it's just that, right? That's like he don't be sneaking around.
I gotta get this game.
So Naoe has she's got her hidden blade. She's got a tanto. She's got a katana that she, the ninja way. So she puts it in like the back, and she like holds it like with the reverse grip. It's fire. She's cold. Fire. And she's got the sickle and chain, the ball and chain. Yasuke got all the weapons, bro. He got a long katana, like I forget what the long one is called. Not a naginata. It's not quite that long. He does have a naginata. He has the long regular katana. He has a longer naginata, and then he has the the big ass like baseball bat, basically.
Yeah. I seen you using that on.
I forget what it's called, but yeah, like he be straight up like knocking niggas' heads off with that shit.
That's so crazy.
And then he has a Teppo, which is basically a rifle, and a bow and arrow. Now you can't use them all at the same time, but you can use like one of the long weapons and a firearm. The one thing this game gets really right about samurai that people like tend to forget about. Once them niggas figured out how gunpowder worked and they improved upon, because the Teppo is like a Japanese weapon. It is an improvement upon the European, what do they call it? What's the big one with where the barrel like opens up at the end? What do they call it? It's like a really silly sounding word. Whatever. So it's like an improvement on the European weapon. And once the samurai figured out how to work them bitches, they put them swords in the closet and was like, "Fuck that! Bring me the heat, dog. Bring me that boomstick, dog. Bring me the strap." And that became their main weapon. And it's really not that different because again, here's some samurai nerd shit.
Hey, well, actually,
that, makes samurai a little bit less cool, but like. The katana was their sidearm. Their main weapon was a bow and arrow.
Yeah, and a spear too.
And a spear, yes. Yeah. So the katana was a sidearm that once you got too close, like, all right, bet he's too close for me to use my bow, which is usually a one-shot kill. Let me go ahead and steal this nigga up right quick. Once they figured out that the Teppo was basically like a way, way better bow, they were like, oh, no, throw that shit in the trash. Give me that rifle right quick. And they will
thing.
Right, go get the blaster, dog. Go get the hand cannon. And niggas will shoot you in this game. Like they will, if you get caught slipping, they will pull out that thing, and they will pull the blicky out and shoot you. So all in all, this is a really good game, bro. I really enjoyed it.
You made me really want to play it. So
yeah, it's good. It's really good.
Check it out.
The only thing that they didn't do enough, and it's very clear that there's going to be either a sequel or more DLC. The story is wide open, wide open. They don't get into the sweaty, bro. You know I love that about Assassin's Creed. Give me the ancient technology shit. Yeah. There's not a lot of that in this game, and I think that's a narrative choice on purpose. But yeah, it's great. I really enjoyed it. I got my money's worth. I put like 120 hours into it. It's a very good game, man. Highly recommend it.
I gotta check it out, man.
Fuck Ubisoft because they own some bullshit these days, but that game is good. I'm sorry. I enjoyed it. My bad.
I gotta play it. Have you seen Lazarus? Did you see Lazarus?
I saw the first episode. It's only been one episode so far, right?
Episode.
Yes. Let's fucking go, bro.
It is. Oh, man, Lazarus. You guys gotta check Lazarus out. New anime by one of our ghosts, man, Shinshiro Watanabe, Samurai Champloo, Cowboy Bebop, Space Dandy. This guy, I like nothing happens in this first episode, and it's still fire. It is just the vibe.
Yeah.
It's very, if you love Cowboy Bebop, it's such a it just scratches a very particular itch,
very specific
that I haven't had in years.
Agreed, man.
This is going to be a very dope this is gonna be a really dope show, and I'm anticipating it being an all-timer.
I do too.
This guy, just the music, the movement,
brother. He was doing real capoeira,
bro.
Like, you know how I feel about that. Capoeira is like one of my favorite martial arts. And there have been attempts at, Eddie Gordo, obviously the GOAT. Elena, Street Fighter 6, they just announced her. Yeah. Her capoeira tech has always been good. Yeah. So she's coming back for Street Fighter 6, and they released her trailer. She looks great. She's doing some real capoeira, but you've never seen it in anime before. Like Mugen does, like he does like break dancing, which is kind of inspired by capoeira a little bit. Hey, there's a really, really dope capoeira manga called Batuk, which I don't think
We talked about that.
If they ever get an adaptation, it's got Watanabe has to do it. Yeah, Shiro Watanabe has to do it.
He just does movement, man.
So good. But there's the first couple minutes of the episode, the main character breaks out of prison, and he does a real sequence, like a real, I forget one, and I could bore you with the names. One of them is like a negachiva into a sweep, and then he does like, I forget what that move is called, where you like sort of like go across your body and then back over the other side. These are real capoeira moves, right? Like that's like somebody did that and they like coordinated it and like mocapped it. Like it was some Eddie Gordo shit. Respect immediately. I ran it back and was like, oh nah.
Yeah, bro.
They got the capoeira tech right. I'm with it.
Yeah, I won't even say that I was just really satisfied.
Facts.
I was from the moment this show got announced, like last year, it was pretty much exactly what I was hoping it would be.
Yes.
And I know it's only one episode, but we've got infinite reason to believe that he's gonna deliver an all-time great show.
Agreed.
So.
I do have one note. I'm not even gonna say it's a bad thing. I have one note. This is just me being for the sake of criticism, and this is really me being really, really picky. I am hoping that the main character finds a way to distinguish himself a little bit more from Mugen. He's very clearly he's very Mugen right now. It's only been one episode. I'm sure he will. But the energy of just like carefree for no reason type shit is very textbook.
Yeah, like, hey, I'd be breaking out of prison.
Yeah, like it's like kind of. I mean, that's a signature for Watanabe, right? Like cowboy. Spike Spiegel has some of that.
Yeah.
Mugen takes it to a whole different extreme. And this cat. Do you remember his name? The main character's name?
I feel like it was like Edgar or something, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I could be wrong.
He's clearly in that. He's one of their children, right? Like he's in that lineage for sure. Again, I love characters like that. So like if he turns out to be a Mugen clone, that's like not the worst thing in the world.
Right.
But I just wonder, like, is there going to be more depth to his character? We'll see. It's only been one episode.
Oh, his name's Axel Gilberto.
Axel is fire.
Axel Gilberto. What I call him? Edgar.
I
don't know.
Axel, Spike,
right.
Mugen.
Yeah, right. The names. Yeah. But yeah, show's fire. Can't wait to watch. See the next episode
for sure.
Please, y'all watch Lazarus, man. It's gonna be really dope.
Yep.
And then before we get into the top 5, the Ghost in the Shell is having another anime come out, and it looks like it's in the original manga art style.
It does. It does.
I'm excited for that. I love Ghost in the Shell.
Do we know if it's like, is it going to be a continuation of the manga?
I have no clue. The way the manga is, I've actually finally read the Ghost in the Shell manga, by the way. It's dope, but it's not all Motoko. It's like she has a story and then it kind of breaks up into
like an anthology almost. Yeah.
But it looks dope. I'm interested to see how this compares to not only Standalone Complex but also the film from that. You guys know how we feel about the film. One of my just favorite pieces of anime of all time. And I'm interested because so I've read the manga and the manga's goofy and you know what I mean? It's goofy. It's got some funny moments in it and Motoko's character is a lot less serious and she's lighter. She's kind of funny and I'm interested to see how that how people
they're not gonna understand.
Yeah, like that in comparison to the film versions and stuff. So
they're not gonna understand.
But I'm interested. It looks dope.
Agreed.
All right, man. Let's go. Top 5. We're back. This is a hero. This is definitely a hero. Top 5. Top 5 favorite black film characters.
Man. You would think I would have a longer
honorable
mentions. I only have 3 because
that's wild.
Some of the suggestions when I went to like Google to make sure I didn't find anybody or I missed anybody, I got 4 actually. Were like the nigga who gets electrocuted in the Green Mile.
Oh,
like dog,
Kunta Kinte. Medea.
Like I understand that these are important characters. I get it, but also like I'm not having a slave narrative as my favorite character ever.
Bro. Can y'all stop with the
man.
Goodness, man.
So anyways, I had to do some 90s nostalgia, bro. William Heller from Independence Day, dog.
I love it.
Welcome to Earth. Motherfucker. I'll literally punch an alien, bro.
That is, I don't care what anybody says, bro. Independence Day is that's one of the best movies ever.
I think it is the quintessential box office summer hit.
I think it is too, and I also think that this is the best. It's literally the best alien invasion. I'm not saying it's the best alien movie. Alien invasion movie. It's got to be one of the best ones. This is a scary, like, you know what I'm saying?
Bro,
hostile takeover for no reason, no explanation.
They just blew up the White House, dog. Bro,
what? They sitting here trying to communicate and they
just nuked everybody.
Dog, it's ridiculous.
Bro, like,
and the aliens look scary.
They look so fucking terrifying. I told you the story already where I couldn't finish the movie.
Yeah, that scene where the alien wakes up.
Dog.
That scene is scary,
it's
bro.
Scary as fuck.
Oh my god!
Another thing, one of the things that they used to scare me when I was younger.
Bro, how about? I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah,
Will Smith is so good at this movie.
Oh no!
How about him just punching this alien and just dragging it across?
Yeah, in a parachute
and just being mad the whole time.
Yeah, like drag your stinking ass.
Dog.
What is that smell?
That dude was a mega star.
Yeah. So one of the things that used to scare me, bro, as a kid in the 90s was I used to get very nervous about like overwhelming odds. So like that's why I had such a hard time.
That's relatable though.
Bro, I had such a hard time with Apocalypse because it's like, bro, like I don't know how they can beat him. Like,
oh my goodness.
They can't how are they gonna win?
Yeah, for
sure. When the independent that was another thing that I had a hard time with. Like, how can they fucking win against? They just blew up the whole White House.
Dog, what are we gonna do?
Like, we're done. Like we're toast.
That's so true.
Yeah. So yeah, man. William Heller. Eli from the Book of Eli, starring Denzel Washington.
Man, I haven't seen this movie. I haven't seen it in a while. Yeah. And I've been wanting to watch it again.
Yeah, nah. It's fire. It is fire. And I've always liked it. I think this movie ages well. You know, in a world of oversaturated like post-apocalyptic films, this one stands out because it's got a kind of a creative approach. Book of Eli, good one. This is for Edmund. Shout out to my 90s childhood brother here. We both saw way too many of these movies way too young. Roger Murtaugh from Lethal Weapon, bro. Bro, that scene with him and I forget the other character's name when they first meet and he first learns how crazy Mel Gibson's character is. He brings him into hey, come here. You want to die? We couldn't believe that shit. Like, where did y'all find this crazy white boy? Hey, dog, that scene was hilarious. Hey, dog, ass off for both of them, but specifically for Danny Glover. All right, let's get into. Oh, sorry, and one more. This one got kicked out of my top 5, dog, because I forgot about somebody. But man, Jules Winfield from Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction, yeah.
Man, I mean, maybe the most quotable movie, maybe the most quotable character in the history of films. Just a great, great, great character. And one of Samuel L. Jackson's best roles ever. Ass off completely. All right, man. Number 5. This is the character that kicked off Jules because I almost completed this list without thinking about my boy John Boyega, but not Finn. Not the character from They Clone Tyrone. That character is not named Tyrone, by the way. He is not Tyrone. Watch the movie, you'll see. I forget that character's name. Forget. But whatever. It's not him. Moses from Attack the Block.
Hey, oh man, that movie is dope.
Dog. That was my first introduction to John Boyega.
Yeah, you put me on that. You put me on that movie. It's a good.
He says like 5 words in that whole movie.
And doesn't he play? He's like so young. He plays like a young kid.
He plays like he's like 13 or 15 or something. But man, just his presence on film on the screen, the way he just commands.
He's so good in that
scene.
Movie.
Yeah, that's
Attack
when I
the Block
first
is
knew.
dope, man. That's a good movie.
And they are doing a sequel. Looking forward to that.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Is he gonna be in it?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So yeah, that's when I first noticed, like, oh no, this guy. He's special.
Attack the Block is crazy.
He's special. Hey man, this is maybe a little bit of a surprise, bro. Number 4, Adonis Creed from the Creed movies. Bro, the Creed movies are good, man. I don't care what nobody says, dog.
I have only seen the first one, and it is fire.
Yes,
that's Ryan Coogler, isn't it?
It is Ryan Coogler, and he directs his ass off in that mug,
bro.
Creed 2 and 3, man. I think you like both, but I think you really like Creed 3.
You told me Creed 3 is like it's just shonen.
It's just Magical School of Boxing.
Magical Boxing.
Deuteronomus, or what do we can never pronounce that word. But the dual protagonists, and then their final, Sasuke versus Naruto fight at the end of Naruto, and then also at the end of Shippuden. Same, I mean,
facts.
Literally, like, there was one scene where them niggas punched each other out at the same time. Like, it was 100% a anime fight on purpose. Like, it was Michael B. Jordan be like, yeah, I like anime. I'm directing this film. I'm going to make it an anime fight. And it was good. I liked it.
That's hard.
This will definitely make you happy. Number 3, the protagonist.
Hey! I ordered my hot sauce an hour ago. The GOAT.
Tenet, man. Just basically a nameless black James Bond, bro.
Dog, so good, man.
Awesome.
Love that movie. Don't get me started.
Number 2, this counts, live action or not, Miles Morales.
Hey.
And yes, he's black. Puerto Rican is not a race.
Love it.
It is a culture, and Miles is a black Puerto Rican.
I'm Miles Morales.
Mm-hmm.
Who are you? We're finally getting that.
Man, in like 17 years.
Hey, but we're getting it.
We are getting it. We are getting it. And listen, bro, number 1, if you don't know who my number 1 is, you've never listened to.
You don't know Omari Hall.
Yeah, no, you don't
know who number 1
You've never watched a single episode of the SwordCast. You never heard me talk ever. You know my favorite movie of all time is The Matrix, so that means my number 1 is who?
Morpheus,
dog.
Let's go.
What a fucking great character, dog.
Morpheus
he's the main character of the first movie. I don't care what nobody says. I don't care what nobody says, bro.
He is the main character. Like, Morpheus is amazing.
Yeah. And shout out to Lawrence Fishburne doing the stuff, bro.
When I was I told you this, when I was a kid, The Matrix was one of, you know what is kind of crazy is I actually think it might be the first DVD I ever owned.
Mine is embarrassingly The Barbershop. That was my first DVD.
No, I think mine was The Matrix, and I think my second one was Scary Movie. Remember Scary Movie?
That's worse than The Barbershop, dog.
Is it though? I don't know. But the BTS footage of The Matrix was the first pretty much behind the scenes making of movie footage that I was obsessed with when I was a kid. It was like that, and then it was the Phantom Menace behind the scenes stuff. But The Matrix, these, bruh, they was
fighting.
Yen Wu Ping's, who is the GOAT choreographer, Yen Wu Ping said, I'm not working with people that don't know martial arts. So when y'all trying to shoot, because I'm training these dudes for like a year before we start shooting this movie.
Yep.
And man, it's incredible, and that shows in the movie, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's I love it.
Like Lawrence Fishburne looked excellent. He
was like some of even if you watch behind the scenes, the kicks he's doing.
Yeah,
and
he was hitting them bitches.
And bro, it's crazy.
Yeah, no, he was hitting them bitches. He was flat out doing the martial arts.
It's crazy.
He was doing the martial arts better. If I'm thinking back to my days as a student of karate. There was always some old head who was like somebody's dad or uncle, like one of the kids' dad who, all right, fine, I need to get in shape. Let me do it with the kid. And then they fuck around and get kind of good at it. They start enjoying it. And then they get they blue belt, they brown belt, and all of a sudden they teaching classes. He looked as good or better than the dads at the karate class.
Yeah,
who had years of experience.
He was, bro, it's impressive. One of the best behind the scenes things ever.
Yeah. Shout out to my nigga Chuck. I had a little white boy. He was cool as hell. He was young, named Chuck. I was young, but I was maybe 12, 13, and he was like 7. But he was cold. Like he was like a prodigy type shit. And his dad, Chuck's dad, I forget his dad's name, but I just call him Chuck's dad. Chuck's dad really he supported him, so he started doing martial arts, and then all of a sudden he was like a blue belt. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Y'all whole family got a little bit of tech to you. That's what's up. Shout out to the Chuckster and his pops. He probably like 27 now. That's crazy. I cannot imagine.
Old.
Yep. We're cooked.
Yep, we're cooked. But man, love it. Morpheus. That's his
Morpheus
movie.
#1, man.
GOAT.
Yep. So that's Moses, Adonis Creed, the protagonist, Miles Morales, and Morpheus.
Love it. Fire. That's super dope, man. I, of course, have a lot of honorable mentions as well. Izzogi from The Woman King, bro.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Beast. That movie is amazing. Love that movie. And then, of course, Captain Stephen Hiller from Independence Day. So good in that movie.
I said William Hiller. I meant Stephen
did
Hiller.
you? I didn't catch that.
No, it's Stephen Hiller for sure.
Blade. Wesley Snipes is Blade. Yep. Incredible. Miles Morales is going to be probably my top honorable mention, and then I'll get in to my top 5 favorite black film characters. Let's go. Number 5. Williams from Enter the Dragon, dog.
Let's go. When
All
it
of a
comes,
sudden, I'd like to leave your island, bro.
Bullshit, Mr.
Handman.
When it comes, I won't even notice. I'll be too busy looking good.
Yo, I always say that Jim Kelly in that movie had a very similar just aura that Bruce Lee had in that movie.
For sure. I bet you he fuck with him heavy. I bet you he's probably, hey, what up, bro?
I always, every time I'm watching The Dragon, I always think that.
I bet you every time they came on set together, it was like the Ryu Cyclops hand, bro, like dap up every time, bro. Because you know Bruce Lee fuck with black people.
Yeah, bro. And I just love Jim Kelly, and I love this movie, and I love Williams in this movie. I love the part. Oh my goodness, man! When he beats up the racist cops and steals their car. Bro. Love it, man. Oh my gosh, my favorite. So dope. That's my number 5. Number 4 already. Mm-hmm. Sleepy Floyd from Freaky Tales, bro.
Hey, let's go.
This movie is so fire. Just go see it, man. Mm-hmm. Just go see it. I mean, a Warriors player who ends up going on a revenge Kill Bill killing spree. And I watched some behind the scenes stuff, and this guy, man, the actor who plays him, who was the guy from he was in Top Gun Maverick.
Mm-hmm. I know him.
What's his name? Is it Jay Ellis?
Yeah, he was in Insecure too.
Yeah, man, he did a lot of he did all this stuff himself, man. You know, he put a lot of work in, did a lot of training, and he is really dope in this movie, man. So Sleepy Floyd from Freaky Tales, number 4. Number 3, Black Dynamite, dog. I love this movie, Black Dynamite, man. It is hilarious, and I think that this movie, I think it's the funniest movie ever made, first of all. Michael J. White is incredible. But it's also, there's so many layers to this movie, bro. And we talked about this off air, but like these actors they're not playing just the characters. These actors are playing the actors that would play those characters in those types of movies. And it is unbelievably hilarious, and hilarious. And then the fact that he's such a good martial artist on top of it, and just the fight scenes are actually really good. It's amazing. Black Dynamite, number 3. My number 2. Oh man, you already know my number 2 is gonna be the protagonist, man. That's the protagonist, man, all day. You guys know how I feel about Tenet. I absolutely love this movie. And the protagonist is one of my favorite characters, man. One of my favorite films of all time. One of my favorite characters of, well, not just black characters, it's one of my favorite characters of all time. Super dope. That's my number 2. Tenet, man. Every time I think about Tenet, I talk about it, makes me want to just go watch it again. Probably gonna watch it, you know. But my number 1, come on, man.
Yes, sir.
Come on. You already know. It's the GOAT. It's Morpheus, bro. Morpheus from The Matrix. Incredible in the first movie. Dopest scene ever in the second movie.
Oh, my God.
When he uses the sword, cuts the truck, turns around, shoots it, blows up, fights an agent on top of a moving truck.
Mind you, at this point in the Matrix world, sorry, Ice. The only person who's ever beaten an agent was Neo.
And
so here's Morpheus fighting off, hanging with,
bro,
pound for pound, punch for punch with an agent on top of a moving truck on the freeway, bro.
Insane. Just classic character from a classic film franchise. One of the most legendary characters of all time. That's my top 5. Williams from Enter the Dragon at 5. Sleepy Floyd from Freaky Tales. Black Dynamite, the protagonist, and our gold man, Morpheus. Let's go. Fire. Let's go, man. Black films, black film characters. It's good to be back.
Yes, sir.
Thank y'all for listening. We recorded something today, and it was crazy, but I'm not going to tell you what it was.
I'm not either.
This guy's up to something.
Hey, man. No, I'm just doing stuff. I'm just hanging out, you know?
Thank you.
Press a little square here, turn a little knob there. No big deal. I'm just hanging out.
Make a call here for this guy. Yeah. Make a call.
A little live instrument there. A little legendary MC here. No big deal. Maybe I'll announce something later. We'll see.
Hey, all right, y'all. Peace.